Would the family of Andrew James Hubert please come to the podium on stage right? Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. You can go back to talking now. The ceremony is about to begin. Please find your seats and silence your electronic devices. Please remain standing or rise as able for the invocation given by Senior Philip Adams, graduating this evening with a bachelor's degree in marine engineering technology. While a student, Philip participated in the Student Veterans Association and the Game Club. He will begin a shoreside career in operations and logistics. Welcome, Philip.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Please join me in a posture of prayer. self-reflection, or appreciation. We come together today with gratitude, having met the challenges, attained the knowledge, gained the experience, and achieved our chosen goal to graduate this day from our beloved Texas A&M University. Today is not just about our individual sense of achievement, but also about all that has brought us to this time and place. We give thanks for all the friends, family, professors, and mentors who have surrounded us with love and support and given their entire selves in teaching and showing us what it means to be an Aggie. As these degrees are conferred, let all who are gathered here leave this place resolved to honor all the values we have come to know and the Aggie spirit. Excellence, integrity, leadership, loyalty, respect, and selfless service. May we go out today to work alongside our fellow Aggies and citizens to serve our communities, nation, and the world for the greater good of all. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Philip. Please remain standing or rise as able for the national anthem. As we turn to face our nation's flag and with your hand over your heart, please join us in singing the national anthem. Please be seated. Please welcome today's Commencement Master of Ceremonies, Colonel Michael E. Fossum, Vice President, Texas A&M University, Chief Operating Officer, Texas A&M University at Galveston, and Superintendent of the Texas A&M Maritime Academy.
Howdy. Howdy. And good morning. It is a great day in Aggie land. Welcome to the Texas A&M University. There we go. Sorry about that. You're welcome, Danny. Welcome to the Texas A&M University at Galveston Commencement Ceremony, where we celebrate a momentous occasion and giant milestones with today's Aggies by the Sea Spring 2022 graduating class. Whoop! That's good. Today's ceremony is one of 15 commencements for Texas A&M University this semester, where we acknowledge the accomplishment and commitment of 11,203 of our students at the doctoral, master, and bachelor's levels here in Galveston and in College Station. We're conducting two ceremonies here in on the Galveston campus. A number of your classmates gathered here yesterday evening to celebrate or to receive their degrees. So I'm grateful today to be with you to celebrate your accomplishments. And let me say too, folks, this is kind of a family affair. We're not overly formal here, so it's okay to yell and to whoop and stuff like that. Graduates, you have overcome tremendous odds in earning your degree in spite of historical events and obstacles that you've had to overcome in the last few years. How many hurricane evacuations? I've lost count. Bridge closures, floods, flooded parking lots, flooded roads. How about an ice storm that left us shivering, dark, and cold for days, and grateful for cadets who were carrying buckets of swimming pool water to demonstrate a manual flush? That's actually happened. Folks, we've dealt with tragedy that broke our hearts. We've also all endured together the changes, the roiling upsets from a global pandemic that's rocked our world. You got to be tough to be a Sea Aggie. The experiences you've navigated have made you even more stronger and resilient than you could have ever imagined. As these ceremonies conclude today, you will be joining more than 500,000 Aggie graduates across the globe. You are continuing the tradition born of our mission as the public Tier 1 research, land, sea, and space grant institution for Texas. Today's ceremony and celebration is about you, the graduates, and I want to take a moment to applaud your dedication and Aggie grit that has brought you here today. Graduates, you've reached one of the most important milestones of your life. While today's ceremony is about you, the graduate, it is important not to forget those individuals who helped you along the way. Graduating senior Cole Hertenberger, class of 22, has prepared a few words. Cole, would you please come forward? Cole is graduating with both a bachelor's degree in Maritime Business Administration and the Master's of Maritime Business Administration and Logistics. Just get comfortable for a second, Cole. As a student, he served the campus and community as the Corps Commander of the Corps of Cadets. He was the company commander of Delta II. He was a member of the Maroon Delegates, the Corps of Cadets representative for Student Government Association. He was a historian for Student Association of Maritime Administrators, or SAMA for all you business folks out there. He was a part of the he was a graduate teacher assistant for the accounting department and a student worker for campus living and learning. When did you go to class? Okay. Upon graduation, Cole plans to begin a career within the shoreside sector of the maritime business industry with hopes to build or grow a current company and own and operate his own business one day. Cole's leadership, selfless service, and dedication certainly exemplify the Aggie core values. Come on up, Cole.
Howdy. Howdy. You don't hear me? I said howdy. Howdy. Much better. Good morning, everyone. I'm Cole Hertenberger, and I'm a first-generation Aggie, a first-generation master's graduate, a first-generation cadet. But I promise you, I will not be the last Hertenberger to achieve these accomplishments, so get used to hearing the name. But most importantly, I will be your speaker this morning. I came to Texas A&M from a town right down the road from here called Santa Fe, Texas. Being only 30 minutes away from Texas A&M University at Galveston, I honestly had no idea this place even existed. Not only that, I had also never heard the term maritime and had no knowledge of the blue economy. Nevertheless, this was all a minor fixture in the plan God had for me, as I would soon end up calling this place my home. To tell you the truth, 4 years ago, I never thought I'd be a Texas A&M Aggie, or that I'd even come back to the small town after high school. But fate had different plans and brought me back to this place because there was a reason and a purpose as to why I was supposed to end up at this beautiful campus. Fate has blessed me with some amazing opportunities at this place, and I can only imagine fate did the same for all of you. As a student, I did my best to drain this place dry of all this maroon Kool-Aid and its opportunity available for students. I participated in more events and student organizations than I can count. I served as this year's Corps Commander of the Texas A&M Maritime Academy, the company commander of the best outfit in the Corps, Delta II. Became a member of Maroon Delegates. I worked 2 years as a student worker, one as a graduate teacher's assistant, and also another with the campus living and learning facilities. I served on the executive board of Student Association of Maritime Administrators, and I joined Student Government Association as a Corps Cadets representative. By now, I have assisted with more than 6 Texas A&M commencement ceremonies, and I've seen thousands of proud Aggies cross this stage with a degree that would soon change their lives for the better. And yet, never did I think once that I would be speaking before my own graduating class. Like many of you, I came to this university not knowing what to expect. And thanks to my amazing role models during my time as a student, such as our fearless leader, Admiral Michael Fossum, my father, Clay Hertenberger, my mentor, Jonathan Whitworth, and my faculty advisor, Dr. Sutherland, I had the opportunity to share my successes and my experiences as my final event as a student. My father has always told me to stop and smell the roses because your time as a student is limited, and it is up to you, and only you, to make choices in life that determine your path. Although my heart aches that I have to leave this place, I will always and forever be a Texas A&M Aggie for the rest of my life. The chancellor of this great university, John Sharp, once said, "Texas A&M is not merely a school of many traditions, but instead we're bound together by the culture these traditions embody." And I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart. As a student, I wanted to build the community and the branding at Texas A&M University at Galveston more than any student had ever done before. And I thought to myself, what better way to do that than by joining the Corps of Cadets, who many of you know are the keepers of tradition, and remind the entire student population each and every day the importance of our military personnel and the sacrifice and hardship it takes to serve in the maritime industry. Not only did I fulfill this role, but I served as the Academy's cadet captain, making me the first drill and ceremonies and graduate student to serve as a Corps commander of the Texas A&M Maritime Academy. But I also learned a lot in the classroom too. As a Master's of Maritime Business Administration and Logistics Management 3+2 double major, the past 4 years of my life have revolved around three things: money, maritime, and supply and demand. And now, as a soon-to-be graduate, I can confidently say that if you need help with your business, I will fortunately supply you with my best judgment and demand plenty of money in return. But speaking of money, let's talk about some of the major purchases the university has made this past year. For those of you who have not heard, the university is making several acquisitions towards bettering our campus. The biggest and my personal favorite is the TS Lone Star Estate, which is supposed to be docked in 2025 right here on campus. Back in December of 2020, Congress approved the $325 million funding for the 524 state-of-the-art ship, whose purpose is to serve as a training ship and a natural disaster vessel, primarily for Texas A&M, but also in other sectors in need on the intercoastal waterways. For those of you who do not truly realize the size of the ship, our current vessel, the TS General Rudder, can hold up to 50 cadets if given the perfect ratio of male to female individuals on board. The TS Lone Star Estate can hold up to 600 cadets, and that represents 12 times the amount of occupancy available than before. In other words, you can count on seeing me here in the fall of 2025 for its docking. But most of all, Texas A&M taught me something valuable. There's more to life than money. The experiences of this place and the memories have taught me that money is not the most valuable thing in life. You see, I believe that time is the most valuable asset we have. You cannot make more of it because it is in short supply and in high demand everywhere else. And above all, it must be spent on every single thing in our lives. Just as mentioned as being a student, your time on this earth is limited, and you should spend it with your loved ones. Each person I hold closest to my heart is here today. My two strong, devoted parents, my two brothers who I consider the best part of my life, my two loving grandparents, my two ambitious cousins, and of course, my lifelong Aggie best friends who just so happen to be members of the Corps Cadets and Maroon delegates with me. And although they might all be taller than me, I think it's pretty obvious who looks up to who. I hope for everyone here today, I was a role model or had the opportunity to guide you in your career path, not only as a student, but as an Aggie. To put things into perspective with how precious time is, I crunched the numbers. And I know some of you here are engineering majors, but this is businessman math. So please, just bear with me for a second. There are 60 minutes in an hour, 1,440 minutes in a day, 525,600 minutes in a year. So therefore, as a freshman, you had about 2.1 million minutes to spend here at Texas A&M. But as of today, you're down to your last 60 minutes left as a student. In the beginning, we each had about 40 million minutes to spend on things in our lives. We've spent them scrolling through Instagram, or complaining about things out of our control, or wondering what chapters lie ahead. But you're graduating college today from the #1 university on the planet, Texas A&M University. You are joining the elite 6% of people on this planet with a college education. You have a lifetime of adventures and experiences ahead of you. Spend your minutes being the best mariner. the best engineer, the best role model, or anything you want to be because you earned it. But most importantly, be the best Aggie and be the best you. Use these minutes to continue to educate yourself in ways that will help you advance you in your career. Use these minutes to spend time with your friends and your family. Use these minutes on a lifetime of happiness with your soulmate. And I'm not saying don't sleep, don't do chores, don't relax, but what I am saying is don't spend all your minutes in one place. Use each minute to make your legacy strong in your life worth a lifetime of hard work and happiness. Thank you all for coming out this morning, and for my last time as a current student, thanks and gig 'em.
Thank you, Cole. Graduates, all these people are here with you. They're your family and friends, peers and coworkers who have been extraordinarily important in your development as a student and as a person. You've sought guidance from some, celebrated with others, leaned on the support of those closest during tough times. Today's not the end of these important connections and relationships. No doubt you'll continue to lean on this foundation of support and continue to share the excitement of successes together along life's journey. Graduates, would you please rise right now and look around this room to find those people near to you and thank them. It's okay, wave, you can holler. You can wave back. Say thank you. Okay, please be seated. I'm thankful for the exceptional faculty who have instructed, advised, counseled, and occasionally cajoled you during your years at Texas A&M University. Our faculty are amazing. Would all members of the faculty please rise and be recognized? All right. Huge crowd. Thank you for being here. Our faculty are led by their faculty colleagues who serve in key administrative roles supporting teaching, research, and outreach activities. My right hand, Dr. Antonietta Quigg, who serves as our interim Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs and the Associate Provost of the Texas A&M University, is unable to be with us this morning, as her priority is to be with her son graduating in College Station today. Do I hear a whoop? Yeah, we celebrate with them. But we're excited to welcome our dear friend, Dr. Patrick Lecharne, home. He will now come and introduce our academic leaders seated on the stage. Patrick.
Please stand and be recognized as I call your name. From the Department of Ocean Engineering, Dr. Mark Berlin. From the Department of Marine Engineering Technology, Dr. Alok Verma. From the Department of Maritime Business Administration, Dr. Joan Mileski. From the Department of Liberal Studies, Dr. Catherine Eichel. And the Department of Marine and Coastal Environmental Sciences, Dr. Carl Kaiser. We would like to extend a special thanks to you, Mark and Joan, both of whom are retiring in the coming weeks, for their service, dedication, and commitment to the campus. In all cases, they have been transformative in the work they have done with students, staff, and faculty, and thereby elevating us as a premier location for all those interested in working on, for, and by the sea, and preparing us to engage in the blue economy as we move forward. Thank you, Mark and Joan.
Joan and Mark, it has been an honor to serve with you. Thank you very much. I tried to deny this retirement, but failed. All good. Next, I want to recognize graduates, members of the stage party, and guests in the audience who have served our country in one of our armed forces. This includes our 3 newly minted Navy ensigns who were commissioned yesterday. The red, white, and blue cords worn by graduates and members of the stage party signify the veteran status of individuals. Would all veterans, including those in our audience, please stand and be recognized, please. Thank you for answering the call to service. Next, I'm pleased to introduce our distinguished guests and university administrators with us today. Please hold your applause until the introductions are complete. You've already met Dr. Patrick Lecharn. He's the Interim Vice Provost for Faculty Affairs and Interdisciplinary Initiatives, Texas A&M University, Office of the Provost. Mr. Jeff Steen, a classmate of mine, class of 80, from the Texas A&M Association of Former Students, Board of Directors. Dr. Jay Porter, the Associate Dean for Engineering. Captain Alan Post, Deputy Superintendent of the Texas A&M Maritime Academy and announcer for this morning's ceremony. And Ms. Kelly Angel, Interim Director, Student Enrollment Services. Please join me in recognizing these outstanding leaders. Texas A&M University at Galveston holds a unique position as a branch campus to Texas A&M University and member of the Texas A&M University system, the nation's most comprehensive system of higher education in America. We're honored this morning to have 3 video greetings. One will come from the Chancellor John Sharp from the Texas A&M University system, then the Chairman Tim Leach from the Board of Regents of Texas A&M University, and then from the United States Department of Transportation, the Acting Administrator of the Maritime Administration, Lucinda Leslie. Please turn your attention to the screens on either side of the room.
Hello, I'm John Sharp, Chancellor of the Texas A&M University System, and it's my honor and privilege to congratulate you, the graduates, but also to acknowledge your family and loved ones who supported you on this journey. As college graduates, you're more prepared than most to adapt to change, and change will come many, many times in your life. And I have no doubt you're prepared for it, thanks in large part to what you learned during your time at this great university. I urge you to stay in touch with your alma mater as you take your place in society and begin raising your own families. So, on behalf of the Texas A&M University System's faculty, staff, administration, congratulations to you, your families, friends, and loved ones who celebrate with you today. And Godspeed and gig 'em.
Hello, I'm Tim Leach of the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System. I'm honored to bring you greetings on behalf of the entire board. Today's a special day as you prepare to walk across this stage and into the next chapter of your lives. Think back on the excitement you felt when you first arrived here, the anticipation of that first day of class, the wins and losses, the successes and failures, the hard work and sacrifice to reach your goals. Each of you should be very proud of what you've accomplished. We are. I wish you the best of luck. Remember, work hard, show up on time, and tell the truth. Now, by the authority of the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents, it's my sincere pleasure to authorize the university to confer the academic degree for which you've been recommended, with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
I am very excited and honored to join you all today on this wonderful occasion. Faculty, staff, parents, loved ones, and friends, on behalf of Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg and the Maritime Administration, it is my honor to offer my sincere congratulations and best wishes to the Texas A&M Maritime Academy class of 2022. I thank all the families, friends, mentors, and champions of these graduates for nurturing and guiding them and helping them reach this milestone. Your tireless support and encouragement paid off, so give yourselves a big round of applause. And now to the 2022 graduates. Today marks the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and preparation. In your educational careers, you have developed and honed your leadership skills, confronted challenges head-on, learned from and overcome defeats, and reveled in victories. All of you have endured a tumultuous and unprecedented time of change, but you rose to the occasion and continued the proud tradition of this academy. Against all odds, you adapted and you achieved. And with the guidance of President Fossum and your faculty and staff, you completed the first mission in the maiden voyage of your careers. The education that you have received here at Texas A&M will, without a doubt, provide you a strong foundation as you embark on your professions. Whether you have earned degrees in marine transportation, engineering, or other academic majors, wonderful career opportunities lie ahead. And you join the proud ranks of exemplary graduates who have served our nation in peace and war. I have tremendous faith in the future the class of 2022 will build, but I also know that your achievements come at a momentous time. The COVID pandemic, supply chain challenges, and the many tensions in our world will have far-reaching and unpredictable effects on the maritime industry. But one thing is certain, this industry will be as vital and essential as it has always been to our national security and our economic security. All of you who are joining the industry are providing essential service to the nation. Your skills and your expertise will help us navigate the challenges that await. And some of you are going even further and embracing the call to serve your country in our armed forces. Thank you for your commitment. As you go forward from commencement, take with you all that you've learned in the classroom and at sea, but also from your experiences and the relationships you've formed along the way. All of these have built the character that will be as essential to your success as your knowledge. From the entire Maritime Administration, congratulations on your achievements. We cannot wait to see what you accomplish next, and I wish the class of 2022 fair winds and following seas.
All right. As Superintendent of the Texas A&M Maritime Academy, I'm honored today to oversee the licensing of our cadets. Before us today are cadets in uniform here, who I am also proud to call shipmates. Tomorrow, these men and women will become ship's officers responsible for vessels, cargoes in the marine environment, and most importantly, the lives of others. Would our licensing cadets please stand right now while I keep talking? There we go. Yeah. All eyes on you. Most will enter careers in commercial trade or offshore exploration. Some will go into the military, but in reality, their job and careers are directly tied to national security. Without maritime, our only trading partners are Canada and Mexico. We depend on access to the world's oceans for access to the rest of the world. Some of you will be protecting our access in the United States Navy or Coast Guard. The rest of you may be called to service to support a national mobilization. The Congress of the United States recognizes the responsibilities of ship's officers and requires each to swear an oath as an expression of their commitment. I will now formally administer the Merchant Mariner Oath. Please raise your right hands and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear and affirm that I will faithfully and honestly, according to my best skill and judgment, and without concealment and reservation, perform all the duties required of me by the laws of the United States. I will faithfully and honestly carry out the lawful orders of my superior officers aboard a vessel. Congratulations. You can be seated. You may be seated. Now it's time to recognize our May 2022 graduates. I'd like to welcome Dr. Patrick Lessarn back to the podium for the presentation of degree candidates and to confer the degrees. Dr. Lashar.
It is my privilege to ask all degree candidates to rise as able. Colonel Fossum, honored guests, based upon the recommendation of the faculty of Texas A&M University at Galveston, I certify that these candidates have fulfilled all the academic requirements necessary for receiving their diploma. I am honored to present them for the awarding of their respective degrees. Graduates, today, you join with your fellow Aggies from campuses and sites that reach from Doha, Qatar to College Station and from educational sites across Texas to here in Galveston as you achieve your goal of graduating from Texas A&M University. This reflects the resilience, tireless effort, and commitment to excellence of each of you, of your professors, and of the Texas A&M University at Galveston staff. As one university, you join your fellow classmates, wherever they may be, in reflecting the impact of our unique Aggie educational experience. I am proud to see that you, our Aggies by the Sea, are continuing the legacy of our shared core values and embody the Aggie spirit for which we are known around the world. Now, with that said, and with all of you still standing, upon the recommendation by the faculty of Texas A&M University at Galveston, and by the authority vested in Texas A&M University, by the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System, and the state of Texas, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree to which you are entitled, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Please join me in congratulating all of you.
Congratulations, grads. Please be seated. Yeah, we're about to get on with this diploma thing. Graduates, once you receive your diplomas, we'll pause for a moment to get pictures. Of course, the early ones will be doing the hooding, etc. But afterwards, please return to your seat and remain seated until all the graduates have received their diplomas. We're going to get out of here quickly. That's okay. So let's go ahead and get started.
Would the degree candidates for the Master of Maritime Business Administration and Logistics please rise and come forward? Chamoy Barronville. Andrew James Thompson Brown. Hudson Gale Crawford. Double degree in Maritime Business Administration. Mason Lee Crump, double degree in Maritime Business Administration. Hannah Rose Fitzsimmons, double degree in Maritime Business Administration. Clayton Cole Hertenberger, double degree in Maritime Business Administration. Ryan Dwayne Linder. Sitlali Rosa Margarita Martinez Garcia. Tyler Martin Puffer, double degree in Maritime Business Administration. Blake Enrique Vera Rogers, double degree in Maritime Business Administration. Lucas Sven Schultz. Would the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Maritime Studies please rise and come forward? Spencer Henry Barbary. Ashley Brooke Carter. Josiah Michael Doty. James N. Hadaway. Trenton Kyle Lilly. Madison Reese Linsenbart. Would the degree candidate for the Bachelor of Science, University Studies with a concentration in Marine Environmental Law and Policy please rise and come forward? Tessa Nicole Faith Heaton, magna cum laude, double degree in Coastal Environmental Science and Society. Would the degree candidate for the Bachelor of Science, University Studies with a concentration in Tourism and Coastal Community Development please rise and come forward? Andrew Randolph Abbott, magna cum laude. Would the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science, Marine Engineering Technology please rise and come forward? Philip C. Adams, Jr. Yilmaz Khan Axel. Manuel Rosalio Dorado Bachelor. Emily Carol Bethune. George Louis Karras, cum laude. Andrew Hines Daniel. Charles Russell Dubrava. Daniel Twin Hui Young, magna cum laude. Alberto Andre Feliciano Velez. Alexander Hayden Hankins. Charlie Dare Harrison. Sung Hoon Kim. Michael Thomas Langenegger. Stephen Alexander Lloyd. J. David McBay. Joseph Manning McComb, cum laude. Mary Ellen Elizabeth Musselman. Cameron Alden Patino. Louis Joseph Pavlicek. Alexandria Esther Perez. Jack Elliott Rogers. Andrew Bruce Romero. Alan James Salisbury. Benjamin Arthur Sell. Adam J. Sire. Would the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science, Maritime Business Administration please rise and come forward? John Kirk Alcorn. Jacob Davis Benzie. Kaylee Ann Benzie. Eric Anthony Cardenas. Jacob Matthew Coppage. Cade William Crockett. William Cullum. Nathaniel Robert Driscoll. Ryan Michael Garcia. Michelle Marie Guerra. Kelsey Savannah Hearn. Corey Michael Hoffmeister. Julissa Camry Martinez. Gabriel Jose Matus III, cum laude. Jacqueline Kelly Olmstead. Mason Martin Palmer. Kyle Davis Simper. Emma Colette Smith. Joseph Alexander Storemski. Reed Henry Wetman. Would the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science, Marine Transportation, please rise and come forward? Colin Patrick Cargill. Dylan Marcus Cockrum. James Harold Gomper. Andrew James Hubert. This degree is being awarded posthumously. Andrew's daughter will be receiving the degree on his behalf. Christopher Allen Robinson. Would the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Ocean Engineering please rise and come forward? Maurice Angley IV. Skylar Garrick Bayman. Bianca Danielle Crosby. Gregory S. Dalton. Gracie Marie DuPont. Braden L. Halcomb. Thomas Taylor Hildebrand. Krista Irene Vidston. Virginia Marie Limon. Austin David Maxey. Jamie Jeffrey Roddy. Hawkins Quinn Williams.
Do I hear a whoop? Yeah. All right, continuing on, we've got a few students that are still taking photos back there, but I wanted to really talk about another prestigious award. It's the most prestigious award that's presented to a student at Texas A&M University at Galveston is the Edwin Eichel Outstanding Student Award. This award has been presented since 1978 to honor the memory of the late Edwin Eichel, founder of the Intercoastal Towing and Transportation Company of Houston. It provides public recognition to an outstanding senior student who represents the qualities of leadership, patriotism, fortitude, intelligence, courage, humility, and many of the other sterling traits that so vividly exemplified Edwin Eichel during his lifetime. The winner of the Edwin Eichel Outstanding Student Award is Maya Sandy. Maya is a double major graduate in marine biology and marine fisheries. She will receive a $13,000 cash award and a diploma frame to have her name added to the recognition wall on display in the Stiebel Student Services Center. She graduated last night, and so but let's just go ahead and congratulate her again now. Graduates, with your graduation today, you've become a member of a most remarkable alumni organization, the Association of Former Students of Texas A&M University. Bringing greetings from the association is Mr. Jeff Steen, class of '80, and member of the board of directors of the Association of Former Students. Jeff.
Thank you, Mike.
You bet.
Howdy. Howdy. On behalf of the Association of Former Students of Texas A&M, our worldwide Aggie network, congratulations to each of you on your graduation today. You joined the ranks of former students to continue the 143-year tradition of service and support established and continued by generations of Aggies that have gone before you. Created by our first former students in 1879 and nurtured by generation after generation of Aggies over the last century and a half, the Association of Former Students annually provides critical and tangible support to our university, which is unmatched and unrivaled by any other alumni association in the world. Therefore, it's my pleasure to welcome you as members of the premier alumni association in the world. I'd ask now that the newest former students, you graduates, please rise as able. The association you inherit today was founded and exists to promote the interest and welfare of Texas A&M University and to perpetuate the ties of camaraderie formed in your university days. It is my distinct privilege to officially induct you and welcome you into the Association of Former Students at Texas A&M. To signify this important transition from student to former student, ask you to take a moment and look at your Texas Aggie ring. Our ring reminds us of our core values of excellence, integrity, leadership, loyalty, respect, and selfless service. It also should remind you of the vast Aggie network to which we all proudly belong. Since earning your Aggie ring, your class year has faced inward as a student. Today, I ask you to remove your class ring and turn it around. So your class date now points outward to tell the world you're a former student of Texas A&M University. If you do not have an Aggie ring today, rest assured you are and always will be an important part of the Aggie network, and we are happy to sell you a ring at a later date. They always tell me I have to say that. As an Aggie, you're never alone. Joining you on your path with your outstanding A&M education are our core values and our worldwide Aggie network. And I can tell you, having been in business the past 35 years, you will run into Aggies all over the world with your work and your social life, family life, and that Aggie network is strong. And we have over 550,000 former students out there in the world, and they're there to help you. So take advantage of that and help others as you pass them in your journeys. Wear that ring and remember, you're forever a Texas Aggie. Future generations of Aggies will look to you for inspiration and leadership. Many of you are already supporting these Aggies through gifts to the Association of Former Students. Thank you for that. I encourage you to continue to be involved with our alma mater. Participate in Aggie Muster. Join an A&M club wherever you end up living. There's constituent networks, and there's a lot of things online you can do now to be part of the outstanding Aggie network. Please join us at the Clayton W. Williams Jr. Alumni Center when you're in College Station, or go online to aggienetwork.com to learn more how you can be involved. Our oldest tradition, by far, is Aggies helping Aggies. Thank you for continuing this tradition. Good luck, Godspeed. Gig 'em.
Thank you, Jeff. You guys can be seated. And get comfortable. It's my turn. I got a little story for you, Ags. I've been blessed to live out my childhood dream of flying in space on 3 missions. Helping build the International Space Station as a spacewalker, and serving as the commander during my 6-month mission almost 11 years ago. It was pure exhilaration to be strapped into a 4.5 million pound space shuttle being hurtled from the planet with 7.5 million pounds of thrust until we reached orbit at 17,500 miles an hour. I love being able to watch 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every day as we circle the planet every 90 minutes, and flying like a Marvel character through the space station, or hanging beneath the airlock, looking down at my feet, down past my feet to planet Earth going by at 5 miles a second, 250 miles below. This was an experience that pales in comparison to all others, and let me tell you, if NASA calls me up tomorrow and tells me they need an old guy to go to Mars, I'm out of here. It's been a long road, over 4 decades since I graduated from Texas A&M University and began my journey in the Air Force. I remember watching the Apollo 11 moon landing in July of 1969 from my home on the Mexican border in South Texas. That sparked a vague desire to fly in space, but that dream was buried by laughter from those with whom I shared it, and the hard realities of struggling through school because I was a bit of a slacker who never stood out. I didn't really believe that that dream could come true. It was buried. I was an underachiever, always just scraping by. Now when I return to my hometown for high school reunions and big things like that, it's always a little baffling because they treat me like some kind of celebrity. A few years ago, I was chatting with someone I hadn't seen in over 40 years, since our high school graduation. And rather abruptly, Clyde looked at me and asked, said, "You were the guy that was always flying under the radar, and now you've done all these amazing things. What happened to you?" I didn't have an answer. The question prompted me, though, to reflect on critical events and special people I have encountered along my path. It took a while before the answer finally became apparent. Many years ago, someone believed in me, and this gave me the courage to finally believe in myself. Now, at A&M, although I spent too much time sitting on the back row in class and being rowdy with friends at night, my time as a cadet was transformational and solidified my values. I internalized the life-changing lessons about camaraderie, loyalty, and teamwork, leadership, integrity, and selfless service, humility, dignity, and pride, duty and honor, love, and respect, not as mere words, but as a way of life. I'll never forget silver taps for dear friends who were gone way too soon. Or my first Aggie muster my freshman year with somber voices answering here through the darkness when I realized someday my name, too, would be in that final roll call. Over time, I realized you're not an Aggie just during that short time you're a student. You're an Aggie for life. And even after your days are done, you're still an Aggie as long as your friends and loved ones are there to answer for you. After graduation from A&M, I entered the Air Force, did graduate school in Ohio, and I was looking for any Air Force job that would get me back to Texas when I stumbled on this special duty assignment as an Air Force officer loaned over to Johnson Space Center at NASA in Houston. Well, I applied for the job. It was via paper. There was no internet. And I was called repeatedly the Air Force Personnel Center in San Antonio, but I got no response for months. In desperation, I drove all the way down from Dayton, Ohio to San Antonio. I walked into Captain O'Connor's office, introduced myself as the guy who was calling him about that job at NASA. He was in shock that I had made the effort to come see him in person. Within 2 minutes, he said, "What's your Social Security number, son? You got the job." He did not need to know didn't drive there just to see him. I was on the way to South Texas with my wife to visit family. Unimportant. Unimportant. I was soon thrilled to be working in mission control, supporting missions beginning with the third flight of the brand new space shuttle. How cool is that? Yeah, Whoop is right. That was my wife. Better yet, my office was right down the hall from the astronaut office. These were my heroes, the people I used to dream about becoming. I soon learned my heroes were really normal people doing an outrageous job. Now, I loved working at NASA. My plan was to get out and stay there forever. I could see myself working there after my commitment to the Air Force was done. But then one day, an Air Force astronaut with an engineering background who was friendly to this lowly lieutenant pulled me aside. As we chatted in his office, he shocked me by saying I could have his job someday. But I needed to do two things. I needed to go to test pilot school, and I needed to quit clowning around and step up my game. That second one stung a little bit, but he was right. About a year later, I found myself at Edwards Air Force Base in the Air Force Test Pilot School located in the California Mojave Desert. As a flight test engineering student, I was in way over my head. Folks, I had never been in a Cessna, much less a jet. Within weeks, I was strapping into T-38 and F-4 supersonic aircraft, putting classroom theory to the test. Over the course of that one furious year, I was fortunate to get flight time on over 20 other aircraft, including B-52s, helicopters, and gliders. Here's the key. I knew that my job selection coming out of test pilot school was based 100% on my class rank. And I was determined I was going to have the opportunity to fly fast and break things in fighter aircraft like the Fighting Falcon. So I lived my life in full afterburner. I had a lot of catching up to do, and I poured everything I had into learning these aircraft, conducting flight tests, analyzing data, and writing reports at the same time I was working through the night to prepare for the next day's mission. That dedication paid off. Finishing as the #1 engineer in my class opened the door for me to immediately move into the primo job as the chief engineer in F-16 Special Projects at Edwards. That was my entrance into the classified world of flight tests, where I served the next 7 years in California and remote parts of Nevada. I continued my career with that same intensification of work ethic. Fast forward, after 13 years of applying and being rejected repeatedly by NASA, I was finally selected as an astronaut. In hindsight, I realized that this all became possible because astronaut Colonel Ellison Onizuka told me that he believed in me and he knew I could do great things. His belief fueled in me that burning desire to not only succeed, but to strive for excellence in every possible way. Sadly, I was never able to thank my friend El. Less than 2 months after I graduated from test pilot school, Space Shuttle Challenger exploded during launch, killing Ellison and the rest of his crew. It was a devastating blow, shocking, but it further fueled my desire to prove him right. I continue to leap forward with everything I had to live up to El's high expectation of me so many years ago, and I still do today. The power in El's gift is what drives me to encourage each of you here, each of you to reach for your dream with the confidence in yourself, harnessing your own internal strength in the pursuit of excellence. As we celebrate your milestone and your graduation today, look back at those who have encouraged and inspired you. Your success in the years ahead will depend greatly on your ability to push hard, work well with others, pick yourselves up when you get knocked down, because you will, learn from your mistakes, and prove yourself repeatedly in many arenas of life. Surround yourself with those who inspire you to reach your next step, and pay it forward to lend a hand to help others along the way. Aggies, you don't have to watch the news for very long to see how desperately the world is crying out for leaders with integrity, who strive for excellence, who are loyal to those whom loyalty is due, who consistently demonstrate respect for others and live their lives in selfless service. As you leave this place, these hallowed halls, and enter that outside world today, I have the full confidence you will do so with the grit, determination, professionalism, and positive can-do attitude for which Aggies are known all over this planet, and sometimes beyond. Aggies, I believe in you. Class of 2022, this is your launch day. We're getting powerful close, folks. As is often the case in Aggieland, traditions emerge and take on a life of their own. Today, we'll close with 2 of those traditions. I will first read the closing paragraph from Regents Professor Emeritus Dr. Stephen Curley's book, Aggies by the Sea. Then we will conclude with the ringing of the ship's bell to signify the changing of the watch. From Aggies by the Sea. Texas A&M University at Galveston is of, for, and by the sea. It educates men and women about the science, engineering, business, and humanities involving the ocean. It measures time by the names of tropical storms and hurricanes. A thin bascule bridge links its campuses on 2 fragile barrier islands. It is connected to the larger world by a fleet of seagoing vessels that train merchant mariners, collect marine specimens, and extend its reputation globally.
Like an ocean wave, it has had its share of falls and rises. Its energy has swelled into amazingly beautiful and complex forms. The wind of history, playing on its surface, has filled the air with a fine spray, the tang of salt, the spume of water, and the savor of life. These are beautiful words to remember this special place. And now, according to a time-honored tradition of the sea, the ship's bell is struck 8 times to indicate the changing of the watch. New Navy Ensign Daniel Yoon completed his studies with the highest overall grade point average, graduating magna cum laude, earning the honor of striking the ship's bell. Come on up, Ensign. Daniel has earned his bachelor's degree in marine engineering technology. He will strike the bell 8 times, representing the changing of the watch at Texas A&M University at Galveston as the spring 2022 graduating class embarks on the next stage of their lives. Whoop! Congratulations, graduates. Formally, your work is done. We have the watch. As graduates of Texas A&M University, you are fueled, trained, and ready for the mission ahead. May God richly bless you on your journey. Gig 'em. Okay, in just a moment, we're going to have the Fighting Texas Aggie Yell Leaders come to the stage to lead us in the spirit of Aggie Land. Would everyone, and folks, today you're all Aggies, and we made it easy. The words are on the back of the program. Please stand, rise, and join us in singing the spirit of Aggie Land. Following the spirit, please remain seated for the recession of the graduates and the stage party.
Uncover! G-I-E. Fight, 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 fight. Maroon and white, white, white. A-G-G-I-E. Texas, Texas, AMC. Gig 'em, Aggies. 1, 2, 3. Forward!